On August 15th, 2019, Kings Island announced their new coaster edition for the 2020 season, and it's a Giga. Not that we didn't know the park was going to be getting a Giga for some time now, but anyways, Kings Island announced their new Giga, Orion. The ride is themed to the end of the world. An asteroid has crashed down in Kings Island, leveling out Firehawk, I guess, and now there's Orion to save the day, or something like that. Storylines in the Cedar Fair chain have always been a little hazy, so I didn't expect any elaborate theming, but Orion looks like it will fit in just nice next to Flight of Fear. This area of the park was called X-Base, but is being rethemed to Area 72. Not much is visible when it comes to the whole theming and presentation, but we don't expect much and frankly don't need it. Alright, let's talk about the ride stats. Orion, which is being built by Bolliger and Mabillard, will be 300 feet tall, reaches speeds of 91 miles an hour, and a track length of 5,321 feet. The park is saying it will feature 8 hills, not drops, but hills. Right off the bat, I can tell you that many coaster enthusiasts are a little underwhelmed with these ride stats. I would be lying if I didn't say that I was in the same boat too. If we were to compare Orion to Diamondback, the park's current hypercoaster by B&M, the ride stats kind of seem a little lackluster. Diamondback is 230 feet tall with a 215-foot drop, as Orion features a 300-foot drop. We actually don't know the details of how tall the coaster really is, but Orion's first drop is 85 feet taller. Diamondback maxes out at 80 miles an hour, while Orion will reach speeds of 91 miles an hour, so 11 mile per hour faster. This might not seem like much, but when you're riding Orion, it is going to feel considerably faster than Diamondback. The ride length is actually the most disappointing feature of Orion, with a length of 5,321 feet. And Diamondback is 5,282 feet, so the difference is only 39 feet. Which is kind of disappointing. This feels like a budget cut in my opinion, especially when you have Millennium Force with a track length of 6,595 feet, Leviathan at 5,486 feet, and Fury 325 with the longest track length of them all at 6,602 feet. Intimidator 305 only has 5,100 feet of track, but the ride will still be more intense than Orion, so the track length is somewhat justified. Back to my comparison with Diamondback, these two coasters don't seem that far off, but looking over the track layout, Diamondback will feature more airtime and Orion will feature more turns, I guess. The layout doesn't look that exciting to me, but let's be real here. Orion is going to be a great coaster regardless. I think many of us were hoping for a new top 5 attraction, and that's not what Orion is going to be. If we were to go back 3 years when Mystic Timbers was announced, many enthusiasts were also underwhelmed with that presentation. Mystic Timbers ended up being arguably the best coaster in the park, so I'm going to hold off judgment till I ride this coaster next year. Alright, so just because the ride isn't as long as I would have hoped for, or as tall as I would have liked to see, I'm a little surprised that they simply just didn't beat out Fury 325's record, but they have their reasons, I'm sure. This doesn't mean Orion will be a bad ride. The first drop looks pretty intense. Not sure what I think about that giant overbanked hill. Seems like a missed opportunity for some good airtime, but I think there'll probably be some neat little laterals there. I think Orion is going to focus more on speed. That turnaround looks like it will be fast and exciting, maybe some laterals thrown in for good measure. The first airtime hill is very low, keeping the ride traveling at high speeds. The second airtime hill looks to be a floater airtime monster. This might be the best moment of airtime on the ride, besides the first drop that is. The helix should provide some strong G-forces, possibly a slight gray out moment. The ride then goes into another turnaround that ends with a pop of air. That's just me speculating. After that, the ride is over as you coast into the world's longest brake run. Well, that might not be true, but we know B&Ms are notorious for their long block brakes. They are actually this long so the ride can function with 3 trains, but anyways, Orion looks to be a fun coaster. I think every element will be fun and exciting. I don't know if there's a true dull moment of this ride, other than the fact that it looks kind of short. Sure, I do wish that Orion would be a longer ride, but I think with what we have, this will still be a fantastic coaster. I might sound like I'm complaining here, and well, in some ways I kind of am, but at the same time, really excited. Kings Island is adding yet another great coaster to their already fantastic lineup. Well, that's my analysis for this upcoming Giga coaster, Orion. Let me know what you think of Orion in the comments below. Are you excited or underwhelmed? I want to hear all about it. As always, please subscribe so you don't miss out on more great content coming your way by X Scream Thrills.